National High School. So the title of my study is Utilizing Digital Images to Enhance the Retention Level of Students in Reading. The context and rationale. Reading is an essential tool for knowledge transfer, and the habit of reading is an academic activity that increases skills in reading strategies. However, teaching the students to read would be so challenging for every teacher, considering that the students possess different attitudes and characteristics. Nevertheless, teachers have to squeeze every means just to make students read. He or she has to employ various strategies and utilize different instructional materials just to make reading possible for every learner. Traditional flashcard is one of the instructional tools commonly used and even abused by teachers in teaching reading activity. Aside from being inexpensive, portable and efficient, according to Lewis, flashcards are proven effective memory aid tools that can help students learn new material quickly. And also, according to Cohen, he also added that flashcards are the best way to create multiple memory-enhancing recall events. However, being a school reading coordinator, the researcher observes that the attitude of the students towards reading using flashcards is on and off. It means that there are times that the students showed active participation, and there were also times when students tended to be reluctant towards the activity. So the researcher cannot directly identify the cause of the phenomena. Yet the onset of technology in this modern world now creates challenge for the researcher-teacher. The researcher-teacher perceives that technology is now everywhere. The students tend to be more attracted to technology, particularly to Android mobile phones, tablets, computers, and televisions. Because of this, the researcher figured out why not make use of this technology for making digital or electronic images. This study aims to test the researcher's innovation, and that is the digital images. If it can be an effective tool to enhance the students' retention level in reading. So the participants for this study, I have 44 grade 10 diligent students who are the participants of the study. 26 of them are male and 18 of them are female. They are all residents of Barangay Dansuli, and the researcher teacher is the advisor of the class. For the research ethics, the researcher had secured first consents from the parents of the respondents before the conduct of the study. The researcher also obtained permission from the principal's office to undergo such study. The data were gathered through in-depth observations following the health protocols. There will be 3 sets of observations that will be conducted by the researcher. First is observing the students' retention level in a reading activity with the use of usual flashcards, and the second is the utilization of the digital images. With a specified checklist, the researcher compared the gathered data for analysis purposes. The third is the focal group discussion, or the FGD, wherein the researcher will administer the question, why do you like digital images? So here are the chart of my 3 sets observation and the references.
Okay, so congratulations.
Thank
This
you.
will go on. This is also new, no? Digital images. So meaning to say, you have to download, no? Digital
Yes, sir.
images from the internet. No?
Yes, sir. Actually, you can also provide your own pictures that if you know the tools, the software.
Mm-hmm.
So I know already some software that you use
So you know there are softwares that you can find digital images also.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so by the way, can you tell us how will you administer this, no, to your students in the reading process?
Okay.
For reading.
As a reading research, as a reading coordinator, school reading coordinator, we have this program in reading which we call PRR, the preview, recall, and the preview, review and recall to assess the retention level of the students. So amidst this pandemic, so we are not now in the classroom setting. So it is also applicable for any kind of platform wherein you can project the digital images in your online class session.
So meaning to say you will just flash that picture and then allow your students to describe what is that picture?
Yes, sir, because the picture catches the attention of the reader nowadays, because if they will going to read, just simply read without any, the touch of technology, they will just read it as the usual reading activity.
Okay.
So
with that,
with the use of digital
okay,
images.
you are also doing at the same time, you practice now your order thinking skills to your students.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
So you are only going to use the focus group,
Focal group discussion, yes, ma'am.
that is your instrument, no other else.
The observation, I have the checklist, ma'am, prepared. Using that checklist, I can identify if the retention level will increase by that particular reading activity. Pressure comparative, ma'am, because the first one is the utilization of the usual flashcards. Even though it is in the platform, we can simply show the usual flashcards, and then compared to the digital images, which is you are going to project it directly, and with that 3-dimensional character, move dito. So I can compare kung nitaas ba ang ilang retention level. Then follow the FGD, the focal
So
group
using
discussion.
that checklist, you will be able to measure.
Yes, ma'am.
I see. I also would like to go over with the word you use in your rationale. You use the word concerning with the flashcards to be called on the teacher's abuse in using the flashcards. Would you mind also think of another better word for the word abuse?
Yes, ma'am. Of course.
I never can think that it is
Abuse.
it is suited there.
Yes,
Hindi siya suitable na word. So maybe I'll give you a suggestion for a clue, although it's up to you if you can you will use that.
Yes,
Like the
ma'am.
word commonly or usually.
Okay.
But if you can still think for a word that will not be similar to what I mentioned, so
Yes.
you can think of it.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
So that's all.